of the M series range, and the pronto obviously meaning quickly or without delay, or ready. It's that quick in Italian. Before I proceed further, what I'd like to do is first of all introduce myself. My name's Darren Boston. I'm the Business Development Manager for Europe, Middle East, Africa and Russia for LTW, based here in the sunny UK today, which is nice. My contact details, as you can see, my email address and WhatsApp are on the screen. What I'd also like to do is introduce you to my two friends, as well as colleagues. First of all, the cool looking gentleman in the middle, probably the coolest in Taiwan, Daniel Chen. I'll introduce you, or hand over to Daniel in a moment to introduce himself. Before I do so, I'd also like to highlight that he's probably the best cocktail maker in Taiwan. So Daniel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Darren. Hi, this is Daniel. Daniel Chen. I'm the product manager of Amphenol LTW. I'm with Amphenol LTW for 6 years. We are based in Taiwan.
Thank you, Daniel. And our other colleague, who I like to affectionately call Big Al, who's Daniel and I's bodyguard for the duration of this call. He's the stern-looking gentleman on the right-hand side of our invite. And Alan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Alan, and thank you for having here in MPronto12 push-pull webinar. So I'm an FAE for ALTW, and I've been with the company for more than a decade now. So thank you for having here.
Thank you, Alan. Alan, it's obviously to the pair of you, thanks ever so much for staying up so late. It's actually the afternoon in the UK, but
sorry, it's good afternoon, not morning yet.
Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Okay, what I'd like to do, as you can see on the webinar, Daniel and Alan's contact details are also on the screen, their email addresses, and Alan also is available by WhatsApp. What I'll do, but sorry, one thing before I proceed further, what I'd like to highlight is there's a Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar, where we'll answer as many possible questions that are raised. Any we don't, due to timing, get chance to answer, we'll definitely answer after the webinar. What I'd also like to highlight is the webinar will be available and sent to you in a recording. So if you enjoy it as much as I hope you do, you'll be able to watch it again, or failing that, you'll be able to show your appreciation and send it on to your colleagues who maybe have been unable to attend our webinars. So thank you for that. So proceeding further, a little introduction to Amphenol LTW, a little bit of background on who we are. We're one of 24 operations, part of the Amphenol Industrial Products Group. Our headquarters are in Taiwan, which my two good friends, Alan and Daniel, currently are late in the evening. We have some manufacturing in Taiwan. We do a lot of our machining, and we have some robotic assembly there as well. But our main manufacturing facility is in Kunshan in China, where, as you can see, we have 420 people at the moment. So yes, I'll move on. Bit of background on LTW. We've been in existence since 1993. We were acquired by Amphenol in 2010, and we're obviously celebrating our 10-year anniversary of Amphenol this year. What do we do? What do Amphenol LTW? What are we about? Well, harsh environment is where we specialize. Pretty much any interconnect that you can get non-waterproof, we'll waterproof it or dust proof it. We have 24 series of waterproof connectors, and it's growing quickly, from IP66 to 69K, dependent on the products. Some of the products are tested to a number of the different IP ratings. On the screen, you can see 12 different product series. The MPronto12 fits into the end sensor connector series, which is our largest in terms of revenue product series. But as you can see, we have a wide variety of waterproof and IP rated product there for various different requirements that our customers have. This is another 12 of our connector series. As you can see, we have more than 80,000 items, about 5,000 standard products. Probably about 80% of our business as well is what we like to call customized, although that can be just from changing the colors on interconnect to full customization using our skill set, which, as I say, is waterproofing. We have a great team of engineers that are always ready to support us and support our customers. So if ever you can utilize our skill set, please feel free to contact us. The markets we serve, the three key markets we serve for our products are industrial automation, LED lighting, and marine. As an operation, we started off back in 1993 in the marine environment. Our biggest market sector is industrial automation. That's by revenue. And that's obviously where pretty much, although I don't like to pigeonhole our products, that's where the MPronto probably will see the best revenue or the biggest revenue. Although within the marine environment, which we'll touch on further in the presentation, is obviously a good market. But there are many markets. It's not pigeonhole the MPronto12 or the M series. We see it used in LED lighting, you name it, marine, industrial automation. There's a requirement for it in construction machinery, heavy equipment. And on the screen, in the webinar on the screen, you can see 12. We have a lot of different market sectors. It's growing rapidly. And as I say, our MPronto12, plus also our additional products, serve well these market segments. Product trend. Where do we see the products going? Well, basically, obviously, harsh environment, as I highlighted, this is where our strength is. Faster, shielded, non-shielded. I'll go into further on the characteristics and show you a video shortly. But we offer both non-shielded and shielded on the MPronto12, for instance. Smaller, minimize the size with better performance. And at the bottom of the screen, quick lock mechanism. This is why we brought out the MPronto12, and we'll demonstrate it hopefully. With the assistance of my two colleagues, we'll hopefully demonstrate it throughout the webinar, this quick locking mechanism, which is obviously a step forward in terms of the current M12 and screw locking. Okay, what I'd like to do, some people on the call might well have seen this video already, but hopefully you'll love to see it again. There will obviously be a number that haven't. What I'd like to do is just show you a short minute or two video introducing the MPronto12 to you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. I didn't touch on the fact that for some of you who don't know me, I'm based in the UK. I live in the Forest of Dean, and if the video buffered a little bit, that will be to, by nature being called the forest, that will be to the amount of trees and the slow data connection that I have where I am. So I apologise if it did buffer a little. But as I say, you will have the benefit of being able to see the recording. And I'd like to thank our colleagues, and I know Alan, I think, spent lots of time putting the music to the video, and I'm glad in this webinar I didn't forget to tick the box to actually include it. Okay, running through some of the general characteristics of the MPronto12. The first one, which I'll highlight, is the MPronto12 plug is truly compatible to all M12 threaded sockets in a plug form. Compliant to IC regardless of the manufacturer. Now my preference, obviously, as a business development manager, I wouldn't be doing my job probably if I didn't highlight, was you to buy the mating product from us. However, there are circumstances where you will need to mate our MPronto12 to our competitors' products. I respect that, and we are able to make that M12 to this product, as I say, in a plug form. What I'd like to do is I'd like to hand you over to my two able colleagues who are chomping at the bit to get involved and demonstrate our product to you. So I hand over to Daniel and Alan, and they'll just show you with some products that we've sourced from our competitors, how our product is able to mate with our competitors' product. Over to you, Daniel.
Okay, thank you, Darren. So you must be curious about our products. Why we call our MPronto is truly backward compatible to the M12 socket. So I would like to do a demonstration. So firstly, I have one straight version of our MPronto12. So I'm taking one of our receptacles. So we are mating. You can hear the sound as we demonstrate in our video. It's locked. Then we just one pull. Yeah. So right now we are demonstrating with the receptacle. So we have another cable to cable. Once again, it's locked and bending. One pull away. And the fill install parts. So as we just mentioned, I bring three different product formats in receptacle, in overmold cable, and also the fill install part, as long as it's following the M12 threading according to the IEC standard, is truly backward compatible. So you must be curious about, oh, you are taking all Amphenol LTW products, so your product must fit your products very well. So Alan will just help us to bring the competitors' products and do another demonstration for you.
Yes, so I have here a sample from one of our competitors or other manufacturer that develops or produce M12 by 1.0 connector. And here is the MPronto12. So I'm going to demonstrate the mating between these two connectors. So you just push and it's fixed. And to unmate, you just pull like that. And this one is one of the manufacturer or the alternative supplier or manufacturer of this M12. And I also have here from other manufacturer who also complies with M12 by 1.0 according to IEC standard. And I'm also going to mate the MPronto12 and this product. Okay, so as you can see, it's also properly mated and it's fixed well between these two competitor or from this connector from different manufacturers. So here, and the other one is this one. And to unmate, same as previous demonstration, we just pull it and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll give back to you, Darren.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. That's a great demonstration. Really good. Get better every time. If only we had more and more webinars for us to practice even further. Okay, moving on. Thank you, guys. The MPronto12 plug will be available from us in all M12 codes: A, B, D, K, L, M, S, T, Y, X. Any other number, any other letter from the alphabet before we run out that is introduced, we will make it available. That is a guarantee, and that's available, as I say, in the M12 plug, as the guys demonstrated. The MPronto12 plug is available from us now in overmolded with cable, straight and right angle, and regardless of the materials of the cable jacket. We don't manufacture cable. Let me rephrase that. We don't manufacture cable. We source cable, and if you have or the customer has a specific requirement, then we are able to source whatever cable is required to manufacture. We obviously have standard cable we use, but we can source other cable, and we can overmold it or supply it with the MPronto12. Field installable connector and accessories will be available in Q3 of next year. We will demonstrate some of that later, but field installable and accessories next year. As I say, overmolded, available, straight and right angled now. The MPronto12 plug, a lot of people will be glad to hear, it will be sold as components and parts. So all competitors and capable manufacturers of M12s can switch to the MPronto12. We will supply a kit, which will be available solder as standard, but also in a crimp format upon request. And that will be available next year, Q2, to everyone. So in other words, although we have a patent on the product, and it's patent protected, LTW aims at making this available to everyone globally. And as a result of that, we will supply kits for others to manufacture the product and use it as well. We want everyone to benefit from what is an excellent product from us. So we're not going to limit it just to LTW. Some key advantages of the product. One simple push-to-pull plug with audible feedback and pull to unplug. I think, and the guys will demonstrate again, I'm sure soon, in their demonstration, how easy. You do hear the audible feedback. It is very quick and simple to plug and unplug. It's a push-pull. Added advantage and a big advantage. No need to buy a mating pair from LTW. Again, my title, Business Development Manager. You can buy a standard M series screw product from us, but you don't need to buy a push-pull version. Our MPronto12 will, as just been demonstrated, will mate with standard screw product, be it a panel, be it a distribution box, be it another cable assemblies. Those products, standard screw ones from us or from our competitor, our product will mate with it. So you don't need to acquire. So it's a good big cost advantage to everyone, is you don't need to change the mating side. And as to highlight, that is for the plug version. So that's a big benefit. Saves over 80% installation time versus a standard M12 screw threading. Now, what I'll do now is I'll hand back to Daniel and Alan, and they'll prove it. We've got a race on, and these guys will prove to you what I've just highlighted there. So Daniel and Alan, I'll hand it back to you guys, and yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Darren. So right now we will do a live demonstration between a standard M12 threading by utilizing our distribution box. And Alan, he will demonstrate with our MPronto overmold cables. So we will do a comparison between how our products, how our MPronto will save you over 80% time. So Alan, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Right, so I'm finished.
Okay, I just finished one. So you can see in the standard threading format, it requires you a lot of time, more than 4 to 5 seconds to complete the mating. But with our MPronto12, just less than a second, and with the same time, we already complete 4.
Yeah, so I think we can demonstrate how fast it is when we unmade it.
Okay, we do it again. Compare the unmating time of our plug.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1.
Take your time, Daniel.
So
All right, so
okay, finished. So you can see my fingers. Oh, it's a tough task for
yeah,
me.
so this one, no sweat, just.
So you can
So
see
good.
how easy our MPronto bring the benefits to our customers. Saving time, it's saving your money. We give back to you, Darren.
How are your fingers, Alan? Are they as sore as Daniel's, or are they
Uh,
okay, mate?
Looks like I did not touch anything. Or
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good to hear. Daniel, I like it when you suffer a little bit now and again.
Okay, maybe I need to go to the hospital.
Okay, thank you guys. That's great. That's a brilliant demonstration. I think that proves without doubt the benefits. And as I say, with the MPronto12, you got an audible click. You don't get that, so you know properly it's properly located. You don't get that with a screw thread. You have to keep screwing until you get tired of doing so, or until your fingers give up, as Daniel pretty much proved. With our MPronto12, you don't need to worry about it. To be quite honest, I think 80% installation time. I thought Alan proved in the demonstration we could probably do more, to be quite frank. But Alan slowed up, I think, just to give Daniel a little bit of time to prove 80%. It could have been about 120%, I think. But yeah, thanks for waiting for him, Alan. I appreciate it. Moving on, the MPronto12 is mated IP68 or above, depending on the type. As I say, we do a lot of coatings. And IP69 came mated with test, which we're currently conducting. Is that, Daniel, confirm, is the IP69K test completed? It was due to be completed, I think, this month, if I'm correct in saying.
Yes, so far, because we are doing the group test, so we are not only testing with our products, but also with our competitors. So we are doing a group test with our products, with our competitors' product in different formats. So the overall group test will be complete by the end of this month.
Excellent. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Okay, high bending cable is available to you upon request. It's confirmed to TUV to PFG 2577 class 2. Now that is some approval for me to go through. That's probably added about 3 minutes to the webinar, just giving that approval specification. That is a drag chain approval, heavily used obviously in robotics, which basically our high bending cable can cope with 6 million cycles. So just like to highlight that. Again, that's available on request. So if you request that, we can supply it. And that's our standard cable. However, if you have a specific cable, as I highlighted earlier in the webinar, that you'd like us to use, we have no issue. We have no issue using it, but we do have a high bending cable available for you from us as standard. Okay, 2 tests. EN61373, which is the railway test. Our product is approved for shock and vibration. We're in the process of proving it for shock and vibration, and we will do to that EN61373, which is the railway. We'll also be approving to SAE J2839, which is for automotive or heavy equipment requirements, again for vibration and shock. Those tests are under progress at the moment, and we're confident, and we will get approval to both. So if you're, that requirement, you have that requirement, then obviously the MPronto12 is ideal for it. As I touched on earlier, our product is available non-shielded and shielded version for data and power applications. So you can obtain both. Okay, so a quick summary. Patent. We have a spring lock design, is patented by us. However, as touched on, we're prepared to sell kits to others for them to manufacture it. As long as they're capable, they can source those kits from us, solder, crimp upon request. We have a wide coding selection, ABD, KLS, TX, and Y. as well. Any coding they bring out, we can supply the MPronto12 for it. We have a high bending cable, as is touched on, available to you upon request. However, if you want to specify your own high bending cable, then we're quite happy to provide the product using that. Robust performance, as I say, the vibration, the railway and automotive approvals that I mentioned earlier, they will be conducted. We will get approval and the product will be supplied to you with those approvals. IP68, 69K, as my good friend Daniel just highlighted, the 69K, because we're looking to cover every single competitor's product pretty much. That will be available at the end of this month. Requires no mating pair. Let's not forget that. It's a key advantage as well of our product, amongst other things, is that you do not have to change the mating side. You can keep your distribution box as it is now, and our MPronto12 plug will mate with it. Keep your cable assemblies standard screw to IEC standard, available from us and others. You can keep it. You can just use the MPronto12 and plug, and it will mate. Shielded and non-shielded, as I say, world's first truly compatible, backward compatible, let me rephrase that, push-pull design M12 from us here at LTW. One simple push to plug, demonstrated earlier by the guys with an audible feedback. You don't have to worry. We'll put some cream on Daniel's hands later because they're probably very sore. Alan's aren't. You don't have to worry about it with our product. You can install it. You can install it many times. You can install it with gloves. The MPronto12 is it gives you that luxury. You don't have to worry about sore hands. Saves over 80% installation time. I think the guys prove that, and we're probably being reserved when we say 80%. Either that or Daniel needs to eat more Weetabix so that he speeds up and gets quicker when he's screwing or unscrewing. And maybe we need to slow Alan down a little bit so that Daniel can keep up. Okay, moving on. The MPronto12, the MPronto12 plug kit, which I touched on earlier, will be available next year from Q2. Suitable for overmolded cable, field installable and accessories as required will be available for that as well. Non-shielded version and shielded version of the kit. And again, as I touched on, solder as standard, crimp not a problem upon request. That's what you require, you ask us for it, and we can supply it as of Q2 next year. The markets for our products, I think I touched on earlier, I don't like to pigeonhole our products, full stop, any of them. They're used in a lot of key markets, and you know, they're obviously very strong in a lot of key markets. And the MPronto12, by nature, the M Sensor series product, it fits into that market. So industrial automation is obviously a big market for it. But you have a number there. You have railway, you have marine. We're approving the product for marine now. It's tested at 500 salt spray hours. We're actually manufacturing the product, we're designing the product now for to the same Nemir spec that exists out there, which is the Nemir product, Nemir 2000, which we also supply with the screw fixing, is an M12 by nature, just with a different spec. Our product, the MPronto12, we can supply it to that spec, and it can be used in that market. Hybrid, heavy equipment, this is just 6. I mean, there's a lot of other markets where our MPronto12 can be used, because the standard M series is used in a vast amount of markets now, and the MPronto12, as you can see, it will mate with them, so it can be used in the same markets. Again, hybrid electric vehicles, again, you have the vibration, as you do with the railway side, you have the automotive vibration, which our product will be approved to as well. The M series connectors. Now, obviously, the MPronto12 is the product we're demonstrating to everyone today, but we do and are very good at manufacturing products for this range, whether it be M8, M12, M23. We manufacture a lot of M series product. We have a standard, all our codes, A, B, D, I, X, K, Y, you name it, that's available now. We have it available to you. In terms of the panels, or in terms of PCB mount, we have right angle, we have straight, we have SMT. In terms of the field installable product, We have screwing, we have crimp, we have IDC, we have pushing, we have depending on the codings, obviously, we have a wide range of field installable options. We have a very good M series product range. What I'd like to do now is hand over to my two colleagues, because it is late in the evening for them, and I want to make sure that they stay wide awake until we finish the webinar. So I'll hand back to Daniel and Alan, and they'll demonstrate and show you some of our products. Over to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Darren. So next session, me and Alan will demonstrate the wide and comprehensive range of our accessories and our products. So like Darren just mentioned, that we have our own design center both in Taipei and also in Kunshan, and also we have our own CNC plane. So the pin contacts made by us. So we design, we manufacture our products. So when it comes to the M series range, so we provide a lot of, we call it insert. Some customer they call pin carriers. So inside the housing, there's the pin contact. So this is the products that we design with our sensor customer, especially for the photoelectric sensors. So we design with a different shape, different color, and different pin contact. So it can be all customized to our customers, even with a different color. And there's a tiny shielding sheet. Okay, next.
Yeah, and we also have several options for adapter. We have T adapter, we have Y, it's Y adapter, and also an I adapter. So we have several options for this, and also it comes with different coding.
And next, since we have a T adapter, but we also have the Y cable and also the T cable. We can do a lot of different terminations. So require maybe with the competitors housing or pin terminals. So this one can all be customized parts.
And we also have several products for M12 to RJ45 adapter. So this one is the 90 degrees from M12 to RJ45, this Cat 5E. And it also comes with another version, which is straight type, and it's also from M12 to RJ45. And the Cat 6A, so it's from Xcode to RJ45. And this also has option for 90 degrees, so the exit of RJ45 is at the bottom side.
Okay, we just mentioned that we design, we manufacturers. So we do a lot of price leveling to our competitors, actually. And most of the German famous industrial automation full liner for the Japanese customer and also for the Japanese manufacturers, we do allow price leveling to them. And also we build with our own distribution box. Right now, you can see this 4-pole, we just demonstrate the 4-pole distribution box with the over-molding cable, and also the 4-pole with the M23, the power supply. And also, we also do with the MA. Because we manufacture and design by ourselves, we can provide a one-stop solution for your automation equipment.
Right, and last but not the least, the caps. We have metal caps for M12. It has different version. That one is without chain, and this one comes with chain. And an M8 cap, the plastic version. And we also have a metal version of this M8 cap. Back to you, Darren.
Thank you. I'd also like to highlight, correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel, on the sensor inserts of the first product you highlighted, we do 10 million plus in terms of supply of that product already.
More than.
More than, thank you. Thank you ever so much, guys. That's great. I appreciate the demonstration. That's really good. Okay. Before we go on to the Q and answer some of the questions that have been posted, as I say, what I'd like to highlight is you've got the old guy on the left, which is me. You have my contact details there. You have Daniel, who's a lot more useful probably than me. And you have Alan, who's definitely more useful than me. So you have three very good people there. I'll big myself up a little bit. That you can contact for any additional questions that you've got. We have a very good regional sales managers in Europe. The fact some of them are probably listening, I'm not just saying that because they might be listening to this, they are very good. You obviously, a lot of people would know those contacts. If not, by all means contact me and I will put you in direct contact with them. They're a great team. They know the MPronto-12. We've already we've tested them with it already. So you're more than willing to contact them as well as ourselves. And obviously we have a great sales team internally who seem to work 24 hours a day, to be quite frank, along with these two guys that you can see on the screen and others. So by all means, contact the sales contact in Taipei if you have them. And as I say, if you do get the chance to go to Taipei, give Daniel a nod in advance. And if you like cocktails, I'm sure he'll make a few for you. So moving on then. Okay, questions and answers. So we got some questions come through. What I'll do, because you might well be fed up of the sound of my voice, I'll actually get Daniel as well to answer some of the questions. Where's my, bear with me. Aha, there it is at the top now. Okay, so we'll go through some of the questions that we have coming to us. Can you provide a these teeth are not my own, I apologize. Can you provide a reliability test report including environmental test, weather test, mechanical and electrical? Now, those people are probably fed up with the sound of my voice. Daniel, do you want to answer that one?
Yes, of course. Before we release our product, we do a lot of group tests. So including the mating cycle, environmental test, thermal shock, and also the vibration test. So once we complete, we will provide a very detailed group test report to our customer upon request. So please contact Darren or Lee or our sales representatives. We can provide with the required test report.
Thank you, Daniel. Also have another question coming in. What is the price difference compared to competitors? Does it have a better price? That's a good question. Our product, the MPronto-12, is very competitive against competitors' push-pull product, which we know exists in the market. But as I touched on earlier, as well as our product being competitive against them like for like, the advantage of our product is you don't need to change the mating side. You can keep your panel as it is already. You don't need to change it. Our competitors' products, in the main, you have to change the panel side. You have to use a unique mating product to go with the push-pull. You don't have to with ours. On the distribution box, you don't have to. You can use our plug. You can use our plug, as we've proved and demonstrated. The guys have demonstrated. You can use it with standard distribution screw thread product, whether it be panel, inline, distribution box. And that's a key advantage to our product. So not only are we competitive in terms of price against the push-pull competitors out there, you also have this added advantage, is that you don't need to change the mating interconnect. So I hope that answers it. It's a common and good question. Okay, Daniel, Alan or Daniel, I see you use the phrase truly backward compatible often. Does it make differently than other push-pull offerings, is the question we have.
Okay, for this one, as we just mentioned, many of our competitors like Harteam, Molex, Phoenix Contact, they have their own push-pull mechanism. That means our product that is designed for truly backward compatible with the M12 threading products, not the our competitors' push-pull mechanism, because it's totally different. That means our product, our MPronto, that it cannot be made with competitors' M12 push-pull connector that is following the IC standard. So that we just mentioned before, once again, our product MPronto12 is designed for the standard M12 threading, so we can confirm and guarantee the truly backward compatible with the M12 threading socket.
Excellent, thank you, Daniel. And when you put that interconnect in the our MPronto12, it reminded me of the fact that, as you can see, Daniel has a color-coded version there. So we're not only supplying this in our standard black color, we can supply it in color code, different colors. Oh, a lovely selection. And there you can see some of the ones we've done already. So
Yeah.
Proved live that that is the case, and then we're not just saying it. So if you wanted it color coded, we can do that. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. What color do you have? That is one of the questions. Oh, we've got a range of colors there. What colors do we have already? I mean, we had orange there, we had blue there, we have standard black. We can pretty much do, I think, whatever color people want within reason. We haven't been asked for pink as yet, but that might be next on the request list. So what colors can we offer, Daniel? I've answered it pretty well, or would you like to improve on it for me?
So customer can provide their preferred color Pantone code. So as long as that we can have their Pantone coding, we can customize for that. It's no problem. Yeah.
See, I knew you'd answer it better than me, Daniel. I should have let you answer that one.
Okay.
I knew you'd answer it better than me, mate. No, that's great. Thank you, Daniel. I'll answer the easy ones. There's a lead time question. Oh, that's a nice easy one for me. 4 weeks. That's our standard lead time for manufacture of the MPronto12 is 4 weeks. Obviously, you will need to allow additional shipment time on top of that, depending whether you ship it, because 4 weeks is ex works Kunshan. So you'll need to allow, depending whether you ship by air, by sea, by train, you'll need to allow that transit time. But 4 weeks is our manufacturing lead time. Okay, let's have a look, see what other questions we have. I'm definitely going to let Daniel answer this one. Can the MPronto do blind mating, Daniel?
The answer is no. Because in the IC standard, there's a key coding. So that differentiate the A code, B code, D code in different coding. But this key is only for the alignment. It's not for the blind mating. And our MPronto that is designed for the mating mechanism. Is not related to the alignment. So I would say we cannot do a blind mating with our MPronto.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for your answer. Okay, I had a product substitution. Can it mate with competitors' connectors? Oops, sorry. Let me. Where's the question again? I think we've answered that one throughout, but obviously our product will mate with, as the guys proved in the demonstration, it will mate with a number of different competitors as long as it's to the IEC standard and it's M12 1 mil thread, then our product will mate with it. I think the guys did a good job of demonstrating that. Is it suitable for dirty application? Let's have Alan answer that one. Alan, can you answer that one?
It depends on what kind of dirty environment you're going to use the connector. So, for example, if you're going to use in a dusty environment, then it's not a problem. But if you're going to use it in, say, for example, muddy or sandy environment, then it's not recommended, because the device has a tiny spring mechanism, which if the dust or the sand and the mud will stuck on it, then you can't pull it out, or the locking mechanism will stuck on it, or will stick.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alan. That's great. Thanks for the explanation. Future planning, M8 locking mechanism for out of. So a question now on the, do we plan for a future M8 version of this product?
So
do you want to answer that one, Daniel?
How do you know that? Because yes, in our future product plan, this M8 threading is definitely our next step, but I cannot disclose too much to you. I would say yes.
Daniel, see, you learn something every day. See, I should have a webinar every day because I learned Daniel's secrets. He has to confess live on air and I find out more news. Maybe I'll make a list of different questions I'd like to answer on air, Daniel, and put you on the spot so I can get some feedback from you and find all your secrets online.
Okay.
If we don't, another question, if you don't change the screw type panel, will it still be waterproof after mating with MPronto? What is the IP rating? I'll answer that one. The IP rating is IP68. I was listening to the American webinar the other day, which was very entertaining. And the guy said, "Can I take it to the swimming pool with me?" And which I found really amusing. It was the way it came across. But yeah, it's IP68 tested. We test the standard to 1 meter, 24 hours, although we can obviously test beyond that. That's just what we test to as a standard. A lot of our products as a standard is tested to that, but we've tested also a lot of our products to deeper. So it's IP68, and as we touched on earlier, IP69K, we're currently under testing, as Daniel explained very well earlier in the webinar. We're testing in all different formats. It's already passed in all the formats, but we're continuing to test, and by the end of this month, we'll have a very good coverage of competitors' products as well as our own, all tested to IP69K. I'll pass one to you two guys. Will it cause waterproof failure when swinging the cable? Daniel, Allen, do you want to answer that? One of you two guys.
It depends on how much force you exert in swinging, or the load of the cable. Because this one we tested the connector, it can withstand like up to 13 kilograms of force. So if the cable is too long, that will also contribute a lot of weight. So it depends on the cable and how much force you exerted during the process.
Excellent. Thank you, Alan. Great stuff. I have a question online. Hello, if I use MPronto12 with competitors' connectors, we have a failure, who will guarantee and answer this for the customer? I'll take that upon myself to answer that one. And it is a good question. In answering, my choice would be that you manufacture both sides for myself. I mean, my job title is BDM, and that would be my choice, is that you manufacture both products from us. So a standard screw from us, as well as the MPronto12. However, if you do use it with a competitor's product, who will answer the question if there's an issue? We don't walk away from any 8D requirements. We don't walk away from what is a potential quality issue. We will investigate it and see if our product is at fault. No one's perfect in this world. And if we do have an issue, we want to walk away from it and just use the, it's not our problem, it's the competitors. We'll investigate. If it turns out that is the case, then we'll answer it. But we will always investigate any quality issues that are highlighted to us. And we will investigate and see if we are at fault. And if we are, we put our hands up, because no one's perfect. And we will do our utmost to resolve the issue. If we're not, then obviously we'll advise of that fact. So we will conduct the necessary investigation and see where the problem lies and resolve it. That's what we're interested in doing, is resolving problems, not walking away and denying or saying it's not our problem. We do resolve any issues that we have. Okay. Any more questions? Durability mating cycles, guys. I'll answer that one. We're currently 100 cycles is what we're currently guaranteeing the MPronto12 for. We are looking to test to 500. So it is a possibility in the future, maybe we'll guarantee the durability of the product will be 500. But at this moment in time, it's 100 off pieces. Sorry, cycles. Let me rephrase that. So, which is in line with the M series specification. So it's completely in line with the M series specification at 100 off, and that's what we are, approving our product to. Okay, another question. I'm not sure I totally understand this question, but let's have a go. Is this working with against plastic M12? I think the question is, will our product work with a plastic M12? And rather than everyone listen to me, what about one of you guys, Daniel or Alan? So does the MPronto12 work the plastic as well as the metal?
Okay, firstly, if this is a plastic M12 socket or the plug cable that is following the standard, yes, I would say yes, it works, but I will not suggest, because the MPronto, the metal, the spring lock mechanism is designed for the metal mating counterparts. It's not suitable for plastic part, because the plastic part that is soft, it will be easily worn by the spring lock design, because our spring lock product, the spring lock is made of stainless. So if we are making the plastic part, yes, it makes, but I will not suggest, because the threading will be worn and maybe cause the waterproof issue.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for answering that. Okay, well, that's all the questions that we have listed. We cleared them out. Now, if anyone on the webinar has any additional questions, you have mine, you have Daniel's, you have Alan's contact details. You can contact your RSM if you want to go through that route. You can contact their internal sales. If you have any questions, by all means, get in contact with us. We'll do our utmost to answer them quickly. One question that did come up is, do we have UL approval? We are in the process of going through the UL approval, and we will look to get that in the near future. So that is a process that we're going through. So if you require UL approval, we're going through the process now, and we will look to get this product UL approved, as well as all the additional approvals, which obviously we ran through earlier. So what I'd like to do now, obviously all the questions are finished. What I'd like to do is thank the two gentlemen you can see on the screen, my two good friends, Al, or Big Al as I affectionately know him. I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank Daniel, who's the coolest guy in Taipei, and also a chief cocktail maker. I've tasted quite a few of them, and I can tell you he's very, very good. I'd like to thank you both, gents, for staying up so late. I know it's late in the evening now, and you probably want me to shut up talking so you can get home to put your feet up and relax. But thank you both guys for your support through the webinar today and previous ones. I appreciate it. What I'd also like to do before we close is thank everyone again for attending this webinar this afternoon. I know you've got very busy times as we're approaching Christmas. It seems to be getting busier and busier and busier. So I do appreciate you taking time out of your day to attend what is, I would hope you would see as a very exciting product. We definitely view it as that. What I'd like to also to say, I know it's difficult times for everyone. I'd like to wish you all the very best. Stay safe, stay healthy. And if I don't get the chance to speak to anyone on the webinar prior to it, have a great Christmas and New Year. Despite all the restrictions, I know we'll all have one. So you take care. Daniel, Alan, would you like to say goodbye before I finish?
Okay, just everybody stay safe and well. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, guys. Stay safe.